Do you ever feel stuck in the rat race? Life doesn't have to be that way if you're willing to put in the work. In Bigger Vision, Chris Garrison helps you discover the keys to abundance, freedom, and personal growth that let you live the life of your dreams. And now, here's your host, Chris Garrison.
You know, a lot of turmoil and confusion and complication in the world could be cut out if we would just live by some practical golden rules in daily activities. You know, I have found that there are a few things that have helped me move through life in a more aggressive, more speedy, more positive, more receptive way in life. And I wanted to go over those, what I might call your golden rules today. I know growing up as a kid, my dad always taught me, do unto others as you would have someone do unto you. It's a Bible verse, and so if you grew up in Christianity, then I'm sure you've heard that before. And I feel like that's probably one of the most basic principles in life that you can live by. And if you truly do live by that, then you're going to have a lot more harmony. You're going to receive a lot more of what you deserve and prefer, because the law of reciprocity is what you put out is what you're going to get back. So one way that I try to conduct myself in life is to be very transparent in my reasons and actions. Personally and professionally, I try to produce a very transparent response. So I lead a lot of times with my reason behind doing something, so someone understands my motivation. And when they understand my motivation, it opens up that line of communication a little bit better. I believe that assuming really does make an ass out of you and me. And when you can learn how to communicate at a high level, when you can learn how to be an effective communicator, then you're going to reduce the assumptions. Therefore, you will set better expectations with each other, and therefore there will be more desirable outcomes because you won't miss the mark when you're in your communications or in your delivering of services or products on the professional level. So I try to be very transparent, man. I'm in business to make money. I'm in business to provide a service that's going to solve your problem. And this is how I'm going to go about doing this process so that I can solve your problem. This is the benefit that you're going to get out of it. And this is the benefit that I'm going to get out of it. If I am not going to do something, I don't want to leave anything laying in the gray areas. I need it to be 100% shown in the light. So if I feel like someone is unclear with my objectives or expectations, then I'm going to clarify those. And this is what I just mean about being transparent. Make sure everybody is 100% in clear understanding of what's supposed to take place. Another reason why you want to make sure that you're transparent in your actions is you are able to justify any time that there is a question brought to you about what you're doing. Because if you're transparent, then there's not going to be this hidden skeleton that you're trying to keep from everybody's eyes because of judgment. It cuts down on the lack of ethics when you are transparent in your actions. The only time I can think that you would not want to be transparent is if you're trying to be unethical or criminal in action. And if that's the case, then you should have worry, and you should definitely focus on being transparent. Feel like you're in a glass room. Therefore, there is nothing to be ashamed of, and you can move forward with confidence, justified in every action, and therefore people will enjoy the end result better because their expectation was already set correctly. Another thing is, on the professional level with business, just provide a dang good product or service. Like, that should be your focus, is to have the best product or service that you could possibly have. You can not be that great at sales, not be that great at marketing, but have a fantastic product And you will grow regardless because you will create cheerleaders, referral partners out in the marketplace when they have an opportunity to experience your product or service because it was fantastic, because it does stand above the competition, because there was no room for want on the consumer's end of it. So when you give them something in a very transparent manner and they know what to expect and you deliver on that expectation, now you've got a fantastic product or service and they are going to sing your praises to others about it. People love to have a great experience. So if you can increase someone's lifestyle and experience and allow them to buy some time back and it's done in a quality manner, you're going to have a very happy customer that is going to refer you to other consumers in that marketplace so that you can organically grow. Therefore, you don't have to rely as heavily on a highly skilled marketing and sales effort. The third thing I would want to talk about is always lead with value. So many times, especially if you're in a place of scarcity mindset or if you're in a place of need, if we're not watching our cash flow right, if we're just starting out and we're tight on cash and we don't have enough sales in our pipeline to hit our mark and goals or whatever the case is, we will find ourselves mentally in a place of scarcity. Therefore, all we can focus on is I've got to make this sale. It's all about me, me, me. But if you can put yourself in a place mentally to where you are focused on what you are delivering to your customer, what you have to give away, you will have an easier sale because the selflessness in that transaction will allow it to sell. As soon as someone thinks that you have something to hide and there's a hidden agenda that is selfish on your behalf, people instantly throw up a defensive mechanism and it makes them feel very vulnerable to risk. This is why mentally you need to make sure that you are not in a place of need when you are out offering your product or services. Because whether you like it or not, people do feel that energy coming off of you. And when you've got an attitude of take it or leave it, you will almost always make the sale. It's just like I remember back in my dating days when I got my divorce and I would find myself at the bar hanging out with the guys trying to pick up a girl. If it was getting later in the night and I felt like my options are being reduced, then I came off more needy. And typically I would go home by myself that night just because I was in a place of scarcity compared to the level of confidence that would come off of my demeanor when I could take it or leave it. And this is the same thing that happens when you're out in the marketplace selling your product or service. When you as a company or an individual sits in a place of confidence, you can take it or leave it. You choose your customers and who you sell to. People will want you because as soon as they feel like you don't need them, the opposite happens. They immediately will feel like they need you. It's crazy how that happens, but it is the truth of the matter on that psychological level. So as you're moving through life, make sure that you're transparent. Make sure that you're delivering quality, whatever you are delivering, whether it's quality conversation, whether it is quality product or service. And then make sure that what you are delivering is always led with value first. So stop thinking about yourself and think about how you can help someone or a situation and get paid on the back end. The first thought should be, what can I do to help this person or situation? And then the money will follow after you've given the value. This right here has allowed me to be successful in life, has allowed me to grow. And any time that I deviate from these life lessons, I find myself sitting in a place of want. And I don't want you to sit in that place of want. I want you to constantly be in that place of abundance, in that place where you're growing and you're hitting your desires and your wants. And if you will approach life in the manner that I just described, to where you are always saying, what can I give to this situation or person, and then that value will demand a monetary return on the back end, you will find yourself moving through life at a much faster rate, a much calmer, enjoyable atmosphere, and less anxiety in your life. So I hope you find this message relevant to you today. I hope that you rethink where you currently are. And if you are in a place of need, then remind yourself that that vibe does come off to the people that you're communicating with. So you do have a choice. It is not going to be determined whether you're eating or not. And if that's the case, then let's get that first sale. Let's get that first sale so that you cannot feel like it's a life or death. I starve or I get to eat today. Let's get past that milestone so that you can say, I do have a choice. I do get to choose who my customer is. I do get to choose what I do today. And then you will naturally start to attract what you want because you're living in that mindset of abundance, and your actions will respond at a level of abundance. Until next time, I hope you guys live in success. If you want to plug into a community of entrepreneurs, check us out on Blue Collar Millionaire Facebook group, where me and Kevin Marin, we have live interviews every Tuesday. Not only that, we've got a mentorship program where we meet every Thursday, and it's a private Facebook group. It costs a little money to get into it, but you've got all the resources that you need to be able to buy a business, to scale a business, to take it to the market and sell a business. So if your desire is to be in that business world, then check us out on the free group, and then maybe come on over to the paid group where you can get some mentorship and sit amongst a tribe of individuals that are thinking the same way that you are. Until next time, let's grow together.
This is the podcastfactory.com.